In this quick video, I'm going to show you how I took a friend's Troy-bilt pressure washer that wasn't running very smoothly. It was choking out when he was running it, that he was ready to throw it away because he didn't want to spend the cost on a repair bill. And I'm going to show you a pretty easy fix in carb cleaning by taking off the bowl. That being said, there's a couple easier ways to start out with. You might want to try Seafoam up front, or putting in new gas, fresh gas, taking out the old gas, and then also possibly just shooting some carb cleaner into the carb. So those are just a couple of the options. Just as a disclaimer too, I'm not a professional, I'm just showing you my fix for this, so keep that in mind when you're watching this video. That's my disclaimer, and I assume no liability. Thanks for watching.
You're watching DIYNate. If you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to tell me about your project in the comments.
All right, friends, today on DIYNate, I'm excited to be talking to you about how to get your pressure washer back up and running. This is a Troy-bilt. Model on it is a 675 gross torques. You got a 2500 max PSI, 2.3 max gallons per minute, 190 cc, 675 Briggs & Stratton series. So that's what we're dealing with. The issue being reported in, a friend of mine has brought this over and said, hey, can you take a look at it, Nate? Hey, if you don't, if you can't get it up and running, no problem, but why don't you try and see what you can do with it? So what we got is, it's kind of starting and stalling. So our hunch is probably carburetor related. Most likely, a lot of people don't know how to clean out their carburetors. They haven't dealt with that before. It's a pretty simple process. Now, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can use carb cleaner. Some people like to use Seafoam as well. So I've got both of those ready to go just in case I need them. But I'm going to start with the harder way to do it first, because I really want to see if that's the solve. Seafoam right here, you add it to your gas. It'll kind of clear out some of that gunk. You can also do that with your oil. And then carb cleaner right here, spray it around the carb and inside it, and you get up and running. But I'm not going to use these just yet. We're going to see if we can get it up and running without that. So let's get to it. Okay, we're going to give ourselves a shot here. First thing you want to do, hook up your hose. You don't want to run these things dry. Okay, one thing I noticed is there's not a whole lot of gas in here, and that's probably a good thing, but I'm going to put a little more in it anyway, just because in this case I want to make sure it's really not working, and I want to be able to show you what it's doing with enough gas in here that it feels like we gave it a fighting chance. So I know this is fresh gas, so we have a pretty good chance of it running well. Normally I wouldn't do this, since I know I got to drain that gas just a little bit once we get into it, but I also have a way of extracting the gas out. So I'll put a little bit in there, and then we'll get to it here. We can turn our water on so that we've got a good setup there. We'll go ahead and see what that does. Okay, there's not a great connection with the hose, so I know that's a bit of a problem, but either way, this should get enough water going into it that we can make that work. So if I could tighten that on there a little better, but for now, for our purposes, we're just going to try and get it started. Go ahead and move my throttle all the way over to fast, and we're going to go ahead and crank it. So you can kind of hear. Probably easier to pull. And you kind of hear how it's dying out. We're going to try it one more time here. So that's what we expect with a carburetor related issue. We're going to shut off our water. We're going to get started with the carb repair. So, all right, since I'm about to work in my driveway, I'm going to go ahead and cut open this box here. This is a support. A couple things I'm going to be doing. We're going to go ahead and siphon out the gas that's in there right now, and you'll get a feeling of what I'm doing with this siphon pump. You could probably just drain it out as well. That's what I've done in the past. But since I've got the siphon, I figured I'd go ahead and take it out from the top. I risk draining it, trying to go through all the junk there. So I'm just going to take the existing gas, dump it into the gas can. My little siphon pump here. I'll leave a link in the video description if you want to buy one of these. It's come in handy a couple times now for me, as I started to do more and more small engine work. You never know when you might need a transfer pump like this. So go ahead and take our gas out. Okay, for those of you who haven't had the luxury of working on your carburetor like I have in the past, and this is something I learned the hard way, working on pressure washers and lawnmowers, carburetor is this little bowl area right here. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this bowl out, there's a bolt underneath here. We're gonna pop out, the gas is gonna drip down, and when it comes into this, we're gonna let that gas come out. We're gonna check it to see how clean it is, and we're expecting it's gonna be dirty and fouled up. So that's what we're expecting to see. Let's see if we're right. All right, haven't done this before. I don't like getting gas on my hands. Again, just it tends to jack up my skin a little bit. So I'm gonna go with a 1/2 inch here on the ratchet side of things, and we're gonna hold it in. And really, this glove is probably not the right solution for this, but it's what I got, so we're gonna go with it. And we're gonna try and take that Carb bowl out of there. See if we can get that off without having to do too much. And you'll start to see the gas come out here. This is where, if we can, we're gonna catch the gas.
If I were doing this again, I probably would have disconnected the fuel line first before opening up the carb, but that was just something that I didn't do at the time. I do that later in the video.
Alright, there we go. There's our bowl coming off of there. And let's take a look. Yeah, there's a lot of sediment and debris. You can see in the bottom side there was a lot of gunk in there, so my bet would be we're pretty clogged up right here. Have a little O-ring, and then we got our bottom piece. And this is really what you want to look for to see if this is clogged. This is where your carb cleaner comes in too. A needle to push through there and see if we got access or if there's something else that was our problem. I have a feeling the carb, seeing the gunk that was in there, I have a feeling that is probably our problem. Other than that, the carb bowl was pretty clean. I don't think we have a problem with our seal either, so, you know, really, at this point, it's just a matter of getting that cleaned up and let's go from there. Okay, so one of the things I like to do, even before I take a look, I've got a little needle here, but I'm gonna just run some water on it. We're just gonna see if it even gets through there. And a lot of times what you'll find is it's pretty clogged up, most likely. And so the carb cleaner is good because it really breaks that stuff down. But if you can get in there with a pen or something like that, you can even avoid having to use carb cleaner. So in this case, that went through pretty easy, but a lot of times what you get, and I think I've got it right here, is it's pretty clogged up, fouled up from the top side. If you're not getting it to go through there, there's a right angle bend that goes through there, and you really want to make sure you've got pressure coming through there, or the ability for liquid to get through there. So that's kind of what you're looking to clean out there. Make sure that you don't have anything holding it up or anything strange in there. So we know we've got this working pretty well. I couldn't really tell how clogged it was or not, but there certainly was enough debris in the bowl to give me an idea that there's probably a problem there. So now I know I've cleaned it out pretty good. I feel good that if there was something in there, I've loosened it up pretty good. We'll hit it once with a carb cleaner as well, and we'll hit the carb as well and hit the bowl a little bit with the carb cleaner, and we'll go from there. All right, so if you remember, our carb bowl had some debris in it as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse that out here. I'm not even gonna waste my time with carb cleaner on it since it's pretty clean now that I poured it out. So we're ready to put that back in. Okay guys, and I'm not saying you need this or anything, but I do have the CRC carb and choke cleaner, and I'm just gonna hit this from this side real quick. Shoot a little bit of that up there, just to hit it from the back side, make sure that there isn't any fouling up. I've cleaned it a little bit. I'm gonna hit my bowl here, just to make sure we're on the up and up as best we can be. You don't necessarily need to have that, and I think if I had just cleaned out the little piece here, and if I just used the little pen to clean it out, I think I'd be just as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get back to it. We're gonna put the carb back together here, and really all we're gonna do is take these two pieces, put them up together. We're gonna line them up and start that screw, capping that back on there, making sure he gets a good seal. Starting to tighten nicely. Now that we're on there as much as we are, we keep turning it until it goes on pretty tight, hand tighten, and then we're gonna finish it off with a ratchet. Make sure we get a really good seal there. A lot of times, a lot of people will take the whole thing apart, and the intention of this is just to test it, make sure if the issue is the carb. We probably will know real quick. It's a pretty good bet that the carb is the problem. A lot of times that does tend to be the issue, so we're gonna give that a shot and see what happens here. One other trick we're gonna try here too is there is a fuel line here that's a good idea to clean it out while you're working on it. There's a simple little clip here. You just simply squeeze, and you should be able to pull it off once you squeeze these pressure points. Get that fuel line off of there. Sometimes it's good to shoot your carb cleaner both ways, up and down, and that way you make sure that there's nothing hanging out in there. I know from what I saw in the carb bowl, some stuff probably has gotten through there. So go ahead and take the CRC carb cleaner here. Got these two little ports here, right up here. You got one port and then this hose. A little bit of gas still in there. So we're gonna go ahead and use our CRC carb cleaner here. I'll leave a link in the description below. We'll shoot that in there. We're gonna shoot a little bit up there. So that should get us back to normal, and We're gonna go ahead and fasten that back on together and squeeze that with our pliers here. Rinse my hands after touching all this toxic stuff. There we go. All right, so now we are so confident that this is gonna work. And I do know that the problem I saw in there was the carb bolt was pretty nasty, as well as the little plug in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill it pretty heavily with gas. I might leave a little room for me to put in some Seafoam as well. Fire this bad boy up and see how he's doing now. We've got the nozzle attached, which is an important part. I cleaned off the gas, shooting it just a little bit around the side here. I'm just hoping it fires right up on this one, since we've done some of the main cleanings that are needed. And we'll see what happens. Here we go. You might want to buy some of this carb cleaner. I'm also going to put some Seafoam in here to kind of clear it out a little bit. So now I consider this Seafoam a pretty great product too. I'm going to put an ounce of this in because there's less than a gallon of gas in there. And I'm pretty sure Seafoam only needs an ounce for a 4-cycle or even a 2-cycle engine. It doesn't need a lot. For me, I'm just going to put a little bit in there. And that's going to get this guy nice and clean. The good part about this stuff, it kind of clears out some gunk in the gas. You can also put it in the oil. Don't ask me about all that stuff, read your instructions. So, but that was not the fix. I'm just doing that as more of a tune-up item. So, and buy some Seafoam, also in the link below. So just like that, one of the easiest fixes that is out there, cleaning out your carb, pulling that bowl off, cleaning out that little piece. You can hear this guy running like a champ now, ready to wash my friend's truck since I've been borrowing it and using it on and off. And then I'll return it to my friend and he'll be happy and good to go. So that's how you do it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as you can see, fired right up, working great. Cleaning out a truck bed, getting all this junk out of here, so in good shape.